You're not poor unless you're spiritually poor. My parents broke up before I was born. My father was 21 and my mother was 20. They could barely take care of themselves in 1931. The Depression, the boll weevil epidemic. I was lucky to have been adopted by my grandparents.
James Earl has called his grandfather his hero, but his grandmother was also a great influence.
She witnessed all kinds of horrible things in her life and put them in a dramatic context, all the lynchings, the rapes, the murders that she witnessed. She was part Choctaw Cherokee Indian, part African, and her heritage was just compacting on her all the time with drama.
James Earl was uprooted from his Mississippi home when he was 6. His grandfather moved the family in search of better schools.
The bare feet of a child touches the earth, and that earth becomes very important to him. When I left that, I was traumatized. In that trauma, I became a stutterer. And so when I started my first year of school in Michigan, I did it as a non-speaking student.
After years of silence, a high school teacher helped him find his voice.
I was a closet poet, because boys didn't do sissy stuff like that, in those days. He found the poem I'd written. He thought it was too good for me to have written. He said, you plagiarized this, so get up in front of the class and recite this poem by heart to prove you really wrote it. My honor was at stake, and I decided to talk. I decided to say the poem.
Following his grandfather's wishes, James Earl enrolled as a pre-med student at the University of Michigan. As time passed, he realized he had to follow his heart.
We lived poorly. I lived in an apartment in New York City. I paid $13 a month for it. And that was okay. It was we had no standards to live up to, except to just keep working. Nobody can say what you are, what you should be, but you. And the freer you are from the influences of peers and society, the better you'll find yourself.